There's only two kinds of people inside this world. The people who agree with this list, and the people who don't. You saw the title. I don't lie, okay? If there's one thing I will guarantee inside this list is that everybody will be able to agree with this list. My rankings are absolute. I DM'd Uwap, and he personally said himself that this is the best Project Slayer's breeding tier list he's ever seen. You can also look back at my old videos. If you looked at some of the comments, as you can see, everybody's agreeing. You see this dude who said the real tier list? Look at the ratio of replies to his likes. That's what happens if you think that you're right inside my comments. You're wrong. Anyways, what we are actually here for is this tier list, and I'm not gonna waste any more time. This tier list is going to be absolute from start to finish, and I will not make any wrongs. And all my opinions are based off of footage that I've gathered from actually playing PvP. Dear God help me. And watching videos on people PvP with some stuff, because I actually haven't, I don't consistently keep up with Project Slayers. So, anyways, we're going to start this video off with sound breathing. Sound breathing, it's one of the most recent breathings. It's so good. It's literally so good. With sound breathing, it's like you're able to just combo extend off of anything. And for Project Slayers, combo extending is not hard. You could probably combo extend if you just like pull your pants down while you're inside the air inside Project Slayers. It's not hard, but when you mix inside the combo extending with a bunch of barrages and grab skills that just do a lot of damage, it makes a pretty nasty breathing, and I feel like sound breathing does fit those requirements because those skills do have those. The ultimate allows you to combo extend. Most of the slashes, it's like barrages that do like 12 per tick, and people have around 1k HP inside rank by now, so it's like your barrages are doing 200 damage, and then your M1s, you stack all that on top of each other. Plus the breathing, it's pretty fast. Well, it's a close range breathing, so you don't have like distance, but keep in mind you're sword fighting, so you literally have to get close to actually fight your opponent. So yeah, sound breathing, I think it's a pretty good thing to put inside S tier at the start. I fought this breathing inside ranked. It wasn't pleasant. I did get beat. It was a pretty bad beating, if I do say so myself. But next we actually have wind breathing. Now wind breathing, this was one of the ones that I used from the start. Like, it's one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? Wind breathing, I'm going to put it in
Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna put wind breathing in S. I've actually been seeing no, wind users don't exist. It's like the chances of seeing a wind user in Project Slayers is the same chances of seeing oxygen in real life. It doesn't exist. Right. You just won't see a wind user inside Arena, but the breathing itself is still very, very OP. The skills with wind, it kind of, I don't want to say it's like a suffocation effect, but some of the skills, they do just paralyze your enemy after hitting them, which is kind of crazy. It's as if it's like the breathing is literally taking the wind from your lungs and hitting your opponent. And I actually do just like seeing wind up here. The fact that this breathing, it was one of the original ones that released with the game, and the fact that it's still in S tier to me is just very, very, very good. It's unfortunate that there's not much wind users, but when you have a breathing that mixes in ranged and close range combat, it's like you can't really go wrong with it. Plus the skills for it literally stuns you if you land them, so it's allowing you to just combo extend even more off of it. I feel like people don't use wind breathing because it's a wind. Why would you want to attack people with air when you could throw fire at them? You just wouldn't want to do that. But I do understand that this breathing is still really good. And would I place it above sound? Nah, I wouldn't place it above sound. I would have wind like right here at the back of S. So yeah, right there behind sound. And next we actually have water breathing. Now, next was actually mist, but I changed it to water because I think a water is cooler than mist. But next we have water breathing, and water breathing, you just like it's yeah. I'm gonna put it in B tier. To me, okay. to me, water breathing, it's still really cool. People actually don't like water breathing. I have no reason why. It's my personal favorite breathing from the Demon Slayer anime, but in Project Slayers, it's just okay. You can use water breathing. It's just that if you're going to compare water breathing to like any of the other readings on this list, because this is a tier list directly comparing them to each other, it just can't compete. The main thing that you have with water breathing is kind of you have to play like a more defensive, laid back play style. And inside of a game where you literally get rewarded for being, you know, aggressive because you have skills that do a lot of damage, or they just have a lot of multi-hits, you get rewarded for being aggressive. Having this like defensive, laid back play style where your skills don't even, you know, do enough damage like that, or they just don't have literally the power to actually compete with some of these other players and breathing styles, it just makes water breathing kind of underwhelming. So it's sad to see, because it's literally probably my favorite breathing inside the game, because I like water breathing. I am different. I don't want to place it in B tier. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go watch a video on it just to be sure that I'm sure on this list. I've used water breathing before, but it's been a while since I played the game. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that water breathing's a C tier. Oh my! If y'all seen what I seen, Jesus, it's like war flashbacks, PTSD. It is so mid. That breathing has damn near no combo extenders, and if combo extenders is the minimum in Project Slayers and you don't have, or you barely have that, hey, you're finished. You're finished. Next we have insect breathing. Let me just get my girlfriend away from that dirty demon of Kaza. So as for the ranking on insect breathing, if I'm being honest, I personally do feel like it's still an A tier breathing. This is my personal opinion. Insect breathing, I feel like it would require some skill to play inside the modern Project Slayers, because you're going up against what? You're going up against ice, you're going up against mist, sound, you're going up against a lot. And insect breathing, now it won't be able to compete with these breedings the best. And when I say A tier, I'm talking about like the back of A tier, like it could be B plus or A minus. But insect breeding, it still has all of the combos that it originally had when the game released. It's just that you would literally have to be a more skilled player to actually use it, and I guess play more passive, because it's not like your skills are doing the most damage compared to these other breedings. It's just that you have the combo potential and you're still able to execute most of the things that you want to do pretty easily. So as for insect breeding, I feel like the back of A tier is just really good for it. It's still really good. It's just that it's underwhelming when you can think about any other breeding right now, and if you compare them, it's just like, yeah, insect breeding is not the best. If my feelings do change on this, I would put it in B tier. I kind of feel like B tier might be a more safe option, but at the end of the video, I'll just do like an overhaul and just re-rank the things depending on how I feel. And now we have everybody's favorite Flame Hashira. The only Flame Hashira who's dead. And flame breathing has Rise of the Universe and some of those others. Comboing with flame breathing looks easy, insanely easy. I'm gonna put flame breathing at the top of A tier. The top of A tier. I feel like top of A tier is fine, because I know that this breathing does a lot of damage. A lot of, like, it's one of those heavy hidden breathings. And it makes sense because you're literally burning them with fire. And it's like, the one issue that I would actually highlight with flame breathing would probably be the fact that you don't really have any range. Like, you are purely close range. Now, there are only like a select few breathings that actually do have range compared to, like, you know, demon arts and all that. But flame breathing, you don't have range, so you lack in range, but you make up for it in damage. You also have burn damage. It's not long, but any damage does count. You have burn damage, your moves are strong, and they're able to easily combo snow for each other. It's actually just a really good breathing. You can't go wrong if you choose flame, and I'm pretty sure Rengoku would actually admire that as well. That was the glees of the century. But yeah, flame breathing, I really do like it at the top of A tier. It's not like broken or like insanely good. It's just really good. It's like a 8 to 7 out of 10 is what I would say. So yeah, flame breathing, I think being at the top of A tier actually really does fit it, and that's where I'm going to keep it, because this tier list is always right. That's what I would say since I'm a YouTuber. And now we're moving on to one of the things I don't like in life. One of the multiple things I don't like in life. Mist breathing. And people who don't like and subscribe to this video. Oh, yo, that was a fire ass transition. And you know, I rizzed you up a little bit after saying it like that. I was like, I don't like mist breathers. And people who don't like and subscribe to the video. But yeah, if you are liking the video so far, feel free to like and subscribe. But now we're on to mist breathing, and yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, where do I start? That's the real question. So with mist breathing, the overall kit that you have the option to be stealthy, you have range, you have good damage, and you also kind of have like mobility. And if you put all that together, how is it not really S tier? Mist breathing, the combos inside this, the combos that you can do with mist breathing are really good. And one of your skills is like a direct slash upwards, I don't know what it's called, but it does do very, very good damage. And it's just like, you put all that in with the fact that you're able to like obscure yourself inside the clouds. It's just a really, really, really good breathing. I actually do like mist breathing inside the show, not inside the game. I do think it is one of the S tier breedings inside this game. It's just phenomenal. It's actually so crazy to me how good mist breeding is. And when I fought a mist user in the ring, it's like I just couldn't touch him. And I know somebody's probably inside the comments like, of course you couldn't touch him. He's a cloud, or he's inside the mist. Shut up, okay? The joke wasn't funny. And one of the rules for this channel is that the joke has to be funny. But yeah, mist breeding, I feel like it's actually a really good S tier. When I place it in front of sound, I think there's an argument for both of these. Honestly, I'm gonna put mist in front of sound. But if mist is like a 10 out of 10, sounds like a 9.8, 9.9. So they're still both really good. Now with snow breathing, it's good. And it's good enough to be in the middle of A tier. The middle of A tier. I feel like flame might be slightly better, but with snow breathing, it's just like, it's good. Now it is a fan, well, not in a, it's an original concept from the developers. So with snow breathing, your kit is pretty reliable, and I think that's pretty much what good stands for. It's a reliable kit, you're able to do damage, and you're able to hit off some really nice combos with it. Now, you don't really have like the best range, and your close range is also good. But the fact that you do have some type of range, your skills do a good amount of damage, it's just a reliable breathing. You can't really go wrong with it, and I feel like A tier is something that's supposed to represent a breathing where if you get it and you just have a decent understanding of the game, you would be able to do good with it. So for snow breathing, I feel like A tier is perfectly fine for it. Now, when I say it's better than flame, I don't know. I feel like it's my bias towards flame breathing in general kind of kicking in. So maybe these two are interchangeable, but I'm pretty confident with snow breathing inside the middle of A tier. So I'll leave it there. And next we actually have thunder breathing, the one breathing that I actually use. Me, the person making this video. Thunder breathing, I'm going to put it in the middle of B tier. It's just okay. I don't really see much thunder users nowadays, and it's actually kind of crazy to me because you would think that thunder would be like the most populated breathing, but it's just not anymore. When the game first released, this was probably one of the most broken breathings because it did get the most love from developers, but as time went on and more breathings released, it did drop down a few tiers. It went from S to B on my tier list. And thunder breathing is still good, like you can make do with it, because even though I'm level 67 and I was actually playing ranked, when I was using thunder breathing, I was still able to actually, do some decent combos, do some good, well, my damage wasn't good, but I was actually able to do some combos and hold my weight with the breathing. The breathing's not bad, it's just that if you compare it to everything else that's currently in Project Slayers, it's just okay. You can literally do better with literally any other breathing except water, and you would be able to, hold your weight inside PvP. So thunder breathing, I mean, if Zenitsu's your favorite character, or if you just love electricity, you could go get the breathing. Just don't expect yourself to be like the most broken, coolest person inside Project Slayers, because that's not who you're gonna be. And I'm sorry for that rude reality awakening, or rude reality check. But now we're on to the final breathing. Technically not even a breathing, you're just a dog, a wild monkey saying, "Come with me." Okay, let me stop. We're on to beast breathing. Beast breathing, I know it's good, but how good is it? And by good, I mean S tier worthy. I've seen like some clips and showcases for this breathing, but I'm not entirely sure. But I do feel like this breathing is definitely an S tier. The thing with this breathing is that you're kind of, and I'm assuming this is the point of it, you're just like a savage beast running at your enemy, and it's hard to stop. I promise that I wasn't trying to even like do that as like a joke or anything. It's really what I get from the breathing. And it's just like the thing with beast breathing is that you're able to just keep the pressure on your enemy at all times. Like, they really don't have a chance to breathe unless they're staying back and playing long range. But even still, like, the breathings that have some of the most range on this tier list are in what, both B and C tier. So I guess it really goes to show you how Project Slayers is. And beast breathing, it also kind of has the same effect that Wind has with some of its skills, where it stuns you. Actually, like if you land a certain skill with it, it literally stuns your opponent, which is just crazy to me. And I don't know how that happens. I didn't see Inosuke do that, but I'm assuming it's maybe like you're older for using the breathing. Maybe the breathing comes with like a funny little stench. That makes it does that. But beast breathing is just really good. You're able to keep the pressure on you. Your skills are very easy and simple to combo extend with, and it does good damage as well. I don't really know what you don't need more. You really don't need more. So yeah, this is my official tier list. Let me know if you thought I was cooking, and if you feel like I burned the kitchen down, shit, your opinion's wrong. So yeah, this is a tier list. Like I said at the beginning, I hope I make this clear. This is just my personal tier list. If you feel like I'm wrong, let me actually know in the comments, because I do read them. And if you did enjoy this video and you feel like it's gonna leave a long-lasting impression on your life, then you might as well stick around for life and subscribe to the channel and like this video. Yeah. I'm trying to hit 30k. I appreciate any support, and thank you for watching this video. Let me know if I'm wrong about any of these, because I do not be on this game. Yeah, thanks for watching.